And guys, you want to find out why high elbow really is not so important. A kick, a nice kick with the legs is very important, and why you shouldn't breathe on every third. Stay with me. Okay, triathletes, the content that I'm telling you now is for triathletes. For triathletes who swim about 1:45 to 2 minutes 10 per 100 meters in a triathlon. So averaging about 33 to 40 minutes for a 17.3 race. So I'm not coaching here any professional swimmers who swim 9 to 14 times a week. I'm coaching here triathletes. I've been standing here at my flume for the last 3.5 years. I've seen over 500 athletes here, coming here, struggling with their issues, having ideas about high elbow. Let's start first with this high elbow issue. Every second triathlete comes and wants to tell me he must swim in a high elbow. I think it's completely bullshit. A high elbow will never help you. This is the reason why. If you're going into the water and stretch your arm, and then you have this idea that your elbow must be high, what will you do? You will pull back your arm high. Pulling back your arm high will lower your core. Okay? We don't want that. Just to have a high elbow. I don't see any propulsion in this action. If you're stretching out and then pulling that shoulder up to have a high elbow, this will not generate any propulsion at all. It will look nice. If you look at the pool, you can say this guy has a nice high elbow, but he hasn't generated any propulsion. So what do I coach my athletes here? Very basic and very simple. I coach them. Please go into with the arm, stretch your arm, and then follow your arm all the way down and keep it down. Okay? So go in with the arm and then not go like this, of course not, because then we have no pressure on the underarm. But go in with the arm and keep with your imagination stretching down, 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 down. And the force will move down to the hand, and you have a lot of power to pull back. And then you don't have this issue with high elbow to first pull and then push. Because what's happening with the most triathletes, they are pulling, and then at the moment when they are starting to push, the hand will go like this, and they will do like this. They will swim like this. This is no propulsion. You will never swim fast like this. So that's why I say go in, keep this joint stiff, and reach down, and then pull back all the way down. Keep the elbow low, open up the shoulder, and boom. Okay? Go down, open up the shoulder, down. Forget about high elbow, because you will lift your shoulders. Lifting the shoulders will pull back your core, and you will have a bad positioning in the water. Of course, I'm aware that if you're swimming with a low shoulder, reaching down, stay down with the shoulder, this will cause some extra stress on the shoulder. Hey, but this can be practiced with exercise in the weightlifting room. Okay? Check this please out. Forget about high elbow. Okay, the second wrong assumption for triathletes, age group triathletes, when they come up here to my flume, they say, oh, legs is not important. I have a wetsuit. So I'm more buoyant. I don't need the legs. Completely wrong. Bullshit again. Okay? Legs are very, very important. Probably the most important thing. 5 to 20% is used for propulsion, and about 80% is used to have a stable position in the water. How the hell can you swim? If you swim 1 to 3 times a week, how the hell can you have a nice body position if your legs will cause negative drag. It's absolutely not possible. So because your core is not stable, your core position is not good, your muscles are not stretched, you're probably inflexible with your shoulder stuff. So the legs are very, very, very important because they are guiding you to have a stable body position, up to 80%. How can you ignore that fact? So for everybody who comes here to my Flume in Horgen in Switzerland, I will tell them 30% of their training is kicking, is learn to kick, is learn to understand that you have a joint down there at the leg that you can use, that you have to use, okay? There is a joint. Yes, you have to pull in your feet inside. Yes, you just kick from the knee down, okay? And then you can interact, for example, kicking left, you go in, kick left, you go in right, kick right. Yes, this is possible. Okay, kicking is very important also for the fact that if you have a mass start in the water, you want to kick very hard. And you want to have a very good propulsion from kicking to keep with the other guys. Okay, if you reach the group, your position in the group, of course you can take down the kicking a little bit. So kicking is very important, okay? Kick every time you go swim. Okay, third wrong assumption is when they show up here, triathletes swim 1 to 3 times a week. They say, yeah, my swim coach told me breathing on every third will stabilize my position. I don't understand this. I don't understand it at all. Why? Your VO2 max is probably between 40 and 55. It's never as high as Sun Yang or Wertmann, the winner at the Rio 10K swim, who have 75 and more. What do? They swim on every second. So ask yourself, ask your coach that teaches you to breathe on every third, why you with a lower VO2 max should breathe every third, and then you have professional athletes with 75 and more breathe on every second. Please, the counting doesn't go. So it's very important that you breathe on every second in race, that you have enough air, because if you're breathing every third, what will happen? You will shorten your stroke, you won't reach out very hard, you won't do a nice pulling because you need the air, okay? So you will shorten, everything will be shortened, more drag, more unstable body position. So why you don't reach out, stay there, and you have the breathing on every second. You have the breathing on every second. You're much closer to the air. You get much more air breathing on every second. Okay? It doesn't mean that you have to breathe all the time only to the left, and then you can't breathe to the right. Breathing every second means that you do an interval breathing only on the left, for example, 100 meters, and the next set you're breathing only on the right. So you are flexible if the light is shining there. Or you have a problem with your neighbors on the right side, you can breathe to the alternate side. So think about this. All you need in triathlon, in racing, is every second stroke you need to breathe. Of course, if you do hypoxic training and you breathe every third, every fourth, every fifth, sixth, seventh, ninth, what we did as a pro, of course it's a long training. It's good for your lungs. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you want to swim fast, breathe in every second, okay? Watch Sun Yang. Of course, Sun Yang is at the moment a bad example because he tested positive. But watch Sun Yang when he swam before he turns. He even breathes every one. That. Huh? And his VO2 max is very high. So I don't believe that if you breathe every third, that you will have a more stable body position. No, it's not true. So, thanks very much for watching this video. Please join me if you're close by to Horgen, Switzerland. Come by, take a lesson, takes 30 minutes. I support you with a video. Stay with me and write down your comments. Thanks. Guys, thank you very much for watching my YouTube channel. This is my book, Triathlon Total. It has 30 chapters out of my 30 years experience as a triathlete. Thank you very much.